Hi friends, I have something different to share with you in today's video, and it's something I've been really looking forward to doing and filming for you. So I'm going to tell you a quick little story. Just around Christmas time, I was surfing on Pinterest and I came across a thermal printer, and it was being used on scrapbooking and journals, and I thought, wow, that is really neat. I'd love to get something like that. Well, oh my goodness, I think it was a week or 2 weeks after that, the company Phomemo contacted me and asked me if they sent me a complimentary printer, would I be willing to do a video on my YouTube channel to share it with all of you. And of course I was thrilled. So this is the printer. It's nice and small, and it's the neatest thing ever. And I can't wait to share my ideas with you on how I'm going to be using this and how you can use something like this as well. So I have ideas on how to incorporate it with our stamps and card making, as well as scrapbooking and journaling and gift giving. And I will say that I actually picked this up from the mail on my way to fly home to BC at the end of January, because I was going out to surprise my dad for his 70th birthday. So I had this with me on that trip, and let me tell you, this came in so handy for my dad's party and little things that I did for decorations and just a few different things. So I'm going to share that with you too. So without further ado, let me show you this awesome little thermal printer. Okay, so here is the Phomemo printer. It comes in a little box, and here is mine. So you can get these in different colors. They come in white and pink, and there's one that looks like a piano, a bunch of piano keys. So there's different colors. I liked the black, and look how compact and tiny it is. It comes with a little cord so that you can plug it into a USB port to charge. It charges super duper fast, and the charge on this has lasted so long. I've had this for a few weeks now, and it's still running on the original charge, and I've used it a few times, I must say. So this is it. And let me see now. You have the on button right here, and then this button slides and opens up, and then this is where the paper goes. So I received 3 rolls of the white paper, and I also received some rolls of the gold paper. So I'll pull that out. So I've used this one a lot. I've just got some washi tape holding it, but all I do is I just tighten this up because it's unrolled a bit, and then I slide these 2 ends out and just put my paper in and just put it in like so. And I just pull that out a little bit, and it closes, and then I push down the on-off button until the green light comes on. That is how easy this is to work. So because it's thermal, obviously you don't need any ink for this. This is just the coolest thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how the app works, because this runs on Bluetooth. So I have the app, which is free, on my phone, and I'm gonna start showing you some of the fun ways I've been using this awesome little printer. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention is these are sticker paper, okay? So that's key. Okay, so I have my phone, and let me see, let me open my app. Where is it here? Here it is, Phomemo. Okay, there are a few different things on here that you can use. So we've got notes, scan, print images, templates, micro print, toolbox, and Word document. So I've been playing around with all of these, and if I hit notes, then I can just start typing and print it off. Let's go back. Scan, if I want to scan obviously something I've written or drawn or anything at all, a little quote that I like on a book or magazine, then I can scan it and print it. Printing images, I'm going to come back to that in a second and show you, because that's the one I've been using the most. Templates, so there's a whole whack of cute little templates on here, and yeah, there's so much you can do with this, you guys. So if you were doing a daily journal, for instance, you can click on the template, and then you can either print it off like that and then add your own writing to it, or you can type right within that little frame and then print it off. Little to-do lists that are really cute. all these cute little different frames. Then if you click on schedule, you've got all these different schedules that you could use for classes. So those of us who are demonstrators, this would come in really handy to print out if you wanted to put that into your planner. Let's see now, if we go out and then go down here, you got home, graphic, profile. But if you hit on graphic, there's all kinds, all kinds of little graphics that you can print. So these will make really cute embellishments for your scrapbooking, your cards, your daily journals. The other thing that's under the toolbox is a banner. So whatever you typed under the banner setting, it would print out a long banner, which would be great for a page topper on a scrapbook or a journal. What I have been using the most on this though, and having the most fun with, is print images. These are images that I have found online. So a lot of the images I've been getting are from graphicfairy.com. It's a great website. I've been using it for years and all the images are free. Also, if you go on Pinterest, or Google image search and type in free printables, you're gonna find a lot. So this is just a fun vintage picture of a lady. So I'm gonna go ahead, let me show you first. You can take the arrow, hold it down, and you can make it bigger or smaller. And I'm gonna go to the print. When I'm printing, it's generally set on a medium. I tend to always just go ahead and hit the thick setting, and then I know it's going to be nice and dark. Now I will say that when printing on the printer, it will come out grainily. It's like pixely. It's kind of like a receipt type look. But look how cool that turned out. Really, really fun. Let me try another one here. Let's do, this is a picture of my dad and I from his birthday, so I'm going to go ahead and print that. Now you can see it is a bit grainy, but for my purposes, it's going to be fine. And the papers will say, for instance, on the white, it will say that the duration is 2 years. So it is going to fade. So you are going to want to keep that in mind when you're printing things for your journals or printers. And also, this will only print in black and white, not color. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this gold paper in just so you can see how easy it is to use these. Now you can get colored paper as well, or the clear translucent. So I'm just going to put this right in here, making sure my paper is coming out right up the front here, and then put this one in as well. So you've got your paper coming out on this side, and you want to make sure that the flat ends are lined up as well. And then they will just slide right in, just like that, nice and easy. And then we're going to put the lid down. Okay, let's go and print an image on the gold now. So I'm going to go to print images. This is a nice sentiment that I found online, also free. Lots of free printables, and I'm going to go ahead and print that on my gold. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. There you go. Super, super pretty, and it's sort of translucent underneath it. So I've been using these mounted on black or white, but you could use it just like that as well. I'm going to start showing you some of the things I've been creating. So earlier I printed this same sentiment on white, and I used it on this card. So this card is the baby wipe technique. I recently did a video on that. I did a one sheet wonder and just cut it up and put it onto my card. Then I took my sticker and put it right on my Big Shot and put my layering square die on top and ran it through. And then I glued it onto some of our So Saffron cardstock. I added a bit of color with our markers, just our regular markers. They're not, I haven't tried the alcohol markers. I just used the regular markers. Now, one thing I have done that does not work is I tried embossing on top, so I dabbed my Versamark on top, sprinkled on clear embossing powder. That does not work. So save your embossing powder. Don't make the same mistake I did. So embossing does not work on this sticker paper. Here's another card that I made, just something fun, and really I was just using leftover papers and embellishments, but you can see the gold on here. So I've got a little fairy and a little bird, and spread your wings and fly. This is from our little ladybug stamp set, which is perfect for those images. So that was just a fun card, just to use up bits and pieces I had on my desk. This card turned out really pretty. So this happy birthday sentiment is actually part of the Phomemo app. So this was in the templates. So I just printed it on the gold and I glued it on top of white and then mounted it on my real red cardstock, and then I used my poppy dies and designer series paper, and that card turned out so pretty. Oh, I also used my coordinating die on leftover gold paper to get that outline on my flower. So it all coordinated. Really, really happy with how that turned out. Now I'm going to attempt to show you some of my scrapbooking. Okay, I've never shown my scrapbooks, but I love scrapbooking and I love using our Memories and More and Project Life. What I normally do when I'm scrapbooking, and I have my 12 by 12 as well, is I'll just go through and stick my pictures in and then my cards, and then I go back and do my journaling. Here I did a little sewing. So I really, really love scrapbooking this style. This is one of my very favorite things to do, but it's really hard for me to find the time to do it. So when I do, I just can't seem to stop. But this is the fastest way for me, that works for me, is to get my pictures into the album and then come back and do my journaling. And it's so relaxing to do that, and I just love it. So I will show you. This is a little spread that I did using the Phomemo. So this is with my honey's sisters. He's got 5 brothers and sisters, 6 in total counting him. And his sisters are amazing. We get along so great. I just love them. And I flew to Ottawa 3 years ago with Chandra. And then we met with their sister Judy to surprise Kathy on her 50th. So I had these in this album already, but I hadn't done any journaling. So when I got my Phomemo printer, I thought I'm going to do a little journaling and just try experimenting with this printer and these pages. So here I just did a little Ottawa, April 2017. Bring that up so you hopefully can see it. So just did a little label right there and then filled in my little message there, my little journaling. And then on this one, I printed a picture of Chandra and I waiting for our flight at the airport to fly to Ottawa. And then I had some leftover gold stickers, so I just stamped Happy Day from our Itty Bitty Greetings. I used Stays On, so I just stamped right on that greeting. And then just cut it into a banner and stuck it right on. So that was pretty fun. Now I'm bringing in the big boy, my big 12 by 12. So these 12 by 12 pages, these are my favorite to work on. I just find it so fast. And again, I just stick my pictures in and my cards, and then I go back and I do my journaling. So I'm going to show you some of the things I've been doing with the Phomemo. Okay. Let me take out a page. So my dad recently celebrated his 70th birthday, and I flew from Nova Scotia home to Comox on Vancouver Island the end of January so that his wife and I could surprise him for his 70th. He had no idea about the party, definitely had no idea I was coming. So my printer actually arrived. I picked it up on my way out of town when I stopped at the mail, and I had this with me when I was on the island. So perfect, because when I went to the pub to decorate, I made little name tags for the head table so everybody knew where they were sitting. And I also created, I took a bunch of photos with me of my dad over the years, and I made 3 big photo display boards. And can you see on this picture, cheers to 70 years? That's a gold sticker that I made on my printer and put it on the board. So when I got home here and had my pictures to scrapbook, I printed out another one and then just stuck it on a piece of cardstock and stamped a couple of embellishments. And then here I actually printed out my little journaling on the printer, the Phomemo printer, and put that on. You can see the sticker here really well on that picture. But here, Dad's party guests included, I printed out and then just hand wrote, because I think it's important to have your handwriting in your scrapbooking as well. If you remember, I had the picture of my dad and I, so I printed that off and I just stuck it onto some basic black, and then I have my memories and more card behind it, and with my craft white ink I stamped happy birthday dad, and then I stamped over here as well, and then I'll finish filling that in. Okay, so that's it for my dad's party. But that's not all I've been using the printer for, and this is something I'm very excited to share with you. Oh my goodness. Okay guys, do you see this QR code? So I've got a couple QR codes in my scrapbook, and let me show you what happens when you click on those. So you need to have a QR code reader app on your phone, and so I have one right here, so I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click scan and click on that, open in browser, and look, it's my unlisted video from my dad's party. So how cool is that? So I love how these little video clips can be incorporated into these albums. And then I have another one here, and it's really fun to scatter them throughout. So I'm really looking forward to working on my scrapbook and using this Phomemo printer so that I can finish journaling and just having fun with all my pictures and getting them off my camera and into the books. If you are also a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, or if you have a business of your own of some sort, you're going to go crazy over this idea. So you remember this card I showed you that I made? Well, I'm going to step this up. This is going to go to a customer of mine, and I am going to add something really fun on the inside of this card. I'm going to go back into my app, and I'm going to go into Notes. Oh, you guys, you're going to love this. Down here we have QR code. Now this is how I made those codes that are in my scrapbook. So I'm going to click QR code. Actually, I'm going to get back out for a minute. I'm going to go into my YouTube, and I'm going to my videos. So here's the baby wipe technique that I did. So I'm going to click share, get copy link, go back into this app, the Phomemo app, and down here it says please input. So I'm just going to hold that down, hit paste, and done. And boom, there is my QR code for that video. So watch this. I'm going to hit print. Okay, so I've printed off that QR code and I've glued it inside my card. I'm just printing a little arrow and a message. I wrote on the card, to see how to create the baby wipe technique, scan here. And of course, that is the technique that I used on their card. So they can actually go ahead. Well, let's do it. So let's go here and hit the QR code. Open in browser, and look, it's my baby wipe technique video. So you could use that with your website on the back of your catalogs or business supplies. It's just crazy the amount of things that you can use with this awesome printer. So honestly, friends, what I have shown you today is not even scratching the surface of all that you can do with this little mini thermal printer. I had a lot of fun creating this video for you, and I'm so grateful to Phomemo for sending me this printer so that I can create with it and share that with all of you. Now, I knew I was getting close to reaching 40,000 subscribers, which I actually hit that last week, so thank you so much. I'm so excited and I'm so happy that so many of you are enjoying my videos. And Phomemo has graciously agreed to send one person a Phomemo printer. So in recognition of hitting my 40,000 subscribers, and because I'm so incredibly grateful to you for watching my videos, for the comments that you leave, it truly warms my heart when I do read your kind words and your comments, and I love creating these videos for you. They do take a lot of time and a lot of work. It's something I do enjoy. Certainly not something I have to do. I do it because I love sharing my love of stamping and creating with our paper crafts. So it really makes me happy to know that I'm inspiring others, and the friends that I've made through my YouTube community. I mean, I just can't tell you what a wonderful journey this has been. So if you haven't already, I encourage you to hit the subscribe button and the little bell next to it, and then that will notify you every time I upload a new video. I try to do at least one a week. So if you want to win this Phomemo printer, all you need to do is, number one, make sure you're one of my subscribers. So if you're not already, hit the subscribe button. And number two, just leave a comment below this video letting me know why you love my channel, or maybe different things you'd like to see me do for you, or even just what you loved about the Phomemo printer that I shared with you guys today. I will have a second video coming out in the next day or two on the Phomemo printer, another project that I think you're really going to enjoy, and I will also be announcing the winner of the printer at that time. So make sure you leave a comment. This giveaway is only going to be open for a couple of days, so leave a comment, and good luck to you. And again, thanks to each and every one of you for watching these videos. And so go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and if you feel like watching a couple more videos, these are two that might interest you. Thank you for watching. Have a great day and happy stamping.